And now, from the Sunnybrook Ballroom in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, it's the Bring 'em Out podcast with your hosts, Joel Richardson and Alan Hill.
Hey everybody, we're here at the Sunnybrook Ballroom inside the podcast studio with another episode of Bring 'em Out. I'm Alan Hill, here with Soul Joel himself, Joel Richardson, and today we have a very special guest, Miss Tata Charisse. Thanks for coming.
Hey guys, what's up? First of all, you know I love you, Joel.
Yeah.
Joel with the soul.
Let's get right
Joel
into
with
it.
the soul.
Let's not even. Yeah.
He pays us.
Yeah. Missy Hall was like, there's a fire, like on 95.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and then and she's like, I'm gonna be late, and then Tata was like, yeah, I just left the house late. She goes, listen, I'm not. She's like, you got to tell me the show starts an hour before.
Exactly.
I'm like, yeah, there was a truck fire for Missy. I get it. And then Tata's like, yeah.
Oh, that's
what it is. So we have this back and forth. She's finally early for a show. I'm not here.
Yeah.
And
How ironic.
Like, I don't know where Joel is.
But I hit the panic attack. I'm like, because she called me, and I'm like going to this benefit that my girlfriend was running, and then she was like, oh no, we're all good. I just wanted to get credit for showing up early.
Exactly. Yeah. I was like, hey, I know you're not here. Just letting you know I'm here.
Yeah. but apparently, off camera, this is why she loves Ronan. She did a good impersonation of me. Allegedly, was like, this is such a different vibe. Joel's not here because normally he's running around.
Yep.
So funny, man.
I love impersonating him.
Yeah. I'm like,
you're one of my favorites. As far as my comedy, I know we joke around, we inappropriately joke and all that bullshit, but he's a good dude, man. He's a good man. He's fair, and he really treats comedians with respect. No matter what level we're on, from the open micers who are doing 5 minutes to the people that are coming in here headlining. And I want to let you know that means a lot.
Thank you.
That means a whole lot. It truly does. And thank you.
Yeah.
That's
you
cool.
know?
That's awesome. Cool. We were looking forward to having you here because you and I told you you're a headliner now, but I respected when Connor King brought you because I was like, man, that dude. He obviously is confident in himself if he's about to follow this smoke.
No doubt.
I love Connor. I'll be with him in D.C. Mark your calendars or check us out. Look us up online. Connor is a fun person to open for because he lets me be myself.
Yeah.
And he tells me not to hold back.
Beautiful.
Right.
And
there's headliners that do that.
Oh, 100%.
Which is crazy.
We've seen it over and over.
Insane.
Yeah.
I would and
you got to stay away from these topics.
Right.
Don't hit that.
Don't do any crowd work.
Yeah. You know tailgating in a parking lot's my material.
Yeah, that girlfriend chunk, I got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's out.
Exactly.
It's wild.
And a lot of times, okay, so I'll put it to you this way: as a good opener, you should study who you're headlining. Also, so if you notice that you have a similar joke to a person that you're headlining for, I would, as an opener, I would stay away from that on my own.
See.
You know, but you have to take that initiative and look up whoever you're opening if you're not familiar with them.
Yeah.
That's what I advise to anybody in that, who's going through that. But as far as a headliner, I don't think you should put limits on who's opening for you.
Yeah.
And it, come to work.
I agree, man. I agree.
What do we want, the industry to die? You don't want anybody else
Right.
funny?
Dude,
Exactly.
You know?
and I've always taken the same approach as a musician. You know?
Yeah.
Really?
You put anybody you want in front of us, we'll go out and deliver. It doesn't,
Yeah.
Exactly,
It'll just make the crowd more hype for us.
Exactly. You want people to walk away saying the entire show was good.
Right, exactly.
You know? Like,
From
that's
top
my
to
main
bottom.
thing.
Not thank God we
Oh.
got to the headliner before more of that mess.
Exactly. You want them to be like,
Yeah.
wow.
You don't want them to sit through something and be
Right.
like, wasn't the headliner good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I've had some instances, because there's a book called The 48 Laws of Power. And one of the laws is don't outshine the master. I struggle with that a bit because I've had instances where I came in, you know how I do.
Yeah.
I was like super fiery and just like crazy, like too good, to where the openers, the headliner, they had no idea, especially if I'm being booked at a club,
Right.
and they're just
Right.
they're just putting us together.
They're just matching you, yeah.
You know, and they had no idea, and I'm, kind of blowing them out the wind.
Come out and do your Tata
You
thing.
know, and they have a totally different vibe, different energy, and then afterwards you got a bunch of people coming up to you in front of them.
Right.
saying, "Oh my God, you were amazing," or they whisper, "I think you should headline." You know, comedy patrons, please, please work on your whispers.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know,
Thank
they be
you.
like, "You should have headlined."
Yeah,
You
but
know, like they
message
can
me
hear
later.
you. You know, so I struggled with that a bit, but I've come to the conclusion I still can't dilute myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is what it is, but that is a law to not outshine the master. I think in certain instances it should be taken that way.
Yeah.
But I think that means being a better listener, maybe.
Yeah.
What you think? What do you think about that?
That's tough. 'Cause
Outside of comedy, even.
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I was gonna say, doesn't it just apply to comedy? It applies
It
to
applies
all
the whole world.
walks
I mean,
of life.
You know,
Right,
like you do
exactly.
something. If you do something around your boss at a normal job,
Yeah.
you start outshining your boss on a regular basis. You better watch your butt, right?
Exactly.
You got to figure out how to work it in and be slick about it. So
Exactly.
there's always a way. You know.
Yep, there is a way. You can't stop people from shining. People are gonna
Right.
shine.
Well,
People that
you know,
shine.
If you think about just an example, like John Daly from The Daily Show,
Yeah.
all the breakout stars that he had from his show, Colbert, Steve Carell,
Carell,
all,
yep.
yeah,
Oh,
all
yeah,
those
so
guys. Like
Steve,
so,
yeah.
that just that when she started talking, I'm like, did they outshine their I don't know, but like they definitely gave them the wings to fly, and they went on to bigger and better things. But if you look at it, it's like he gets credit for it because you're like, I'm here on a podcast
Exactly.
talking about it, going, oh, where did they start? That's where they got their start, whether they admit it or
The
not.
best master doesn't let his ego get in the way of his students.
If anything, you're proud.
Exactly.
Right.
If anything, you're super proud, and it's about purpose.
Exactly.
What is our purpose? Is our purpose to be the only one that's killing it? You know, there's a young lady, which I hope you connect with her. She's in Philly, big black girl. She killing it right now. She only about
I think we have our one.
yeah.
we already cast that one.
Well, listen, real shit, okay? Yeah. But she's someone I wouldn't mind opening for me. Her name is Ebony Moore, and she's from Atlanta, but she's in Philly now, and she's new on the scene. You know, a little quirky, but like super fucking funny. I was at a show, and I was sitting on the couch like this, but she was performing in the other room, but I could still hear her.
Okay.
And I was just like, "Who the fuck is this bitch?" Like, you know, she was
You
funny.
were trying not to pay attention, but you couldn't
Yeah,
ignore
I
her.
was. I was talking to people bullshit, and I hear this girl, and I'm like, "Yo, this girl is funny." I'm like, "Oh, it's a big black girl. Where the fuck did she come from?" And she's totally funny. I mean, I booked her for my show this July, but it's something like that where I'm like, "Oh, I want to know more. I want to recommend her for some spaces,
Yeah.
and stuff like that." I do shit like that,
Love
you
that.
know, because at the end of the day, I'm still a beast. You know,
Right.
she can
Yeah,
open
yeah,
up for me, but I'm still going. If anything, it's going to make me work
Yeah.
when I get out there.
There's another
You know?
saying
I love that attitude, man.
that got passed on down to me, be undeniable.
Yes.
Yes.
So no matter what you're doing, and whoever we talk about, like whatever your field is, just do as good as you can, and then people can't deny you.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
Exactly.
And that
Yeah.
could apply to music, comedy,
Yep.
being
Totally,
a producer. If I'm putting on good shows, everyone's going to talk about me, whether it's the audience, other comics.
And there's an audience for
Undeniable.
everyone.
That's exactly right.
Like,
especially
there's-
now.
Yep,
Right?
there's an
Niche.
audience for everyone. My audience is pretty wide.
I thought you were going to say white.
It is
My audience is pretty wide.
because I still got black folks. I still got the blacks.
You're what we call a crossover.
Yep, here's the thing, cause when I'm marketing myself or like putting out my content, I'm looking at who's paying attention and who's coming in, and I ain't gonna hold y'all, my white supporters are the shit. You know, my white
Right on.
supporters are the shit. My black supporters are
Interesting.
great too. You know, they make me work a little harder at shows, and they, you know, they wait for other things to happen to like support and everything. But something about my white audience, they treat me like a star right now.
Okay.
Oh,
That's cool.
You know,
That's really
and that's kind of like, I'm like, oh, this feels, it's strange, you know, because I want my own people to love me and treat me like a star right now, or just respect me in that manner. But they're coming around to it. They're coming around to it. But I mean, they might see, you know, I have black people whisper to me, I see you got them whites.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I have black people. What is it? Oh, bitch, I see what you're doing. You got them whites on. I see you got them white. Yo, black people, that's how we talk to each other. We like, oh, bitch, you got the whites. You on your way.
Now,
like, that
wait.
shit is so funny.
Now, are
They're
these
admiring
other-
your strategy?
Are these other comics or audience
Other comics
members?
and audience members.
Okay,
Both.
okay.
But they continue to support me. The way I see it is, the way I tell my story, it relates to all races.
Everybody, man.
It does, because I lived in different areas, in different environments.
Yeah.
Yes, I grew up in the hood, but then went to a middle class community, then went to a predominantly white college.
Right on, right
then
on.
worked in corporate America. So I'm literally talking about me. And then if I talk about being fat, there's fat people in all races.
No
You
doubt.
know, if I talk about, you know, I'm relating to all the people. I wasn't in one place my entire life. Everybody can relate to having a drug addict parent. I've been working those more into my material that you guys
being
might see
honest.
tonight. My mom's on crack.
Right on.
You know, so I get to talk about that more and make it funny.
Yes.
And things like that. And
Yes.
there's a ton of people of all races who have a drug addict family
No
member.
doubt. Everybody touches
You know,
everybody
so
somewhere.
it's not a, I joke about race a lot. I do, because it's fucking hilarious.
Right.
And to me, shedding light on things that people take too serious, making fun of shit that people take too serious is like my method to madness. But like,
I love it. I love it.
to me, it brings us together.
Exactly.
You know, to me, that's what it does.
Exactly.
You know, we get all uncomfortable. Like, I got white people asking me questions like, yo, I always want to ask a black person this. You know?
I've always seen it on TV on Cops.
You know, like that. And sometimes I'm like, I always want to ask a white person this. Do you know?
Yeah, right.
Like, cause what is ignorance? The unknown.
Right. That's exactly
What
right.
is fear?
Fear. It's the fear
Not
of the
knowing.
unknown. Yeah.
Fear, exactly. So what the fuck? Maybe people are scared because we don't fucking talk to each other.
Yeah, yeah, and all you get is you get inundated. If you turn the TV on at all,
Yeah.
you watch everybody tell you how everybody's racist.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I keep running
out
into
in the real
friendly
world.
motherfucking white people. I'll be looking at you'll look at the internet and TV, and I'll be like, wow, the whites in my life are all right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you actually go out into the world,
Yes.
and it's not that bad, man. There's
Exactly.
still some shitty people.
Yeah,
of
there's
course.
shitty people of all races.
Of course,
I
of
run
course.
into a
Absolutely.
shitty person
Freaking
in every fucking
No
race.
doubt.
Yeah, yeah.
An asshole's an asshole.
Yeah.
It's funny she said that. Dude, I haven't thought about this in years, but so obviously I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, but
Right.
but in my town, I went every time we had a Friday off or a Monday off, I would go dancing. That's how initially, like, I would go clubbing.
Yeah.
Egypt, like
tell
Delaware,
tell your first concert.
Boys to Men, back when they had 4 members.
So fucking Joel.
But we went. I went into one of my friend's house, and his grandfather was there watching the news, and he just goes, "Man, I wish they would stick a needle in those people and kill them." And I was like, "Oh, I thought it was just my grandfather." Like, like we say off the wall stuff. I go, no
Right.
matter what it was, and I didn't even look at the TV to see who they were saying. I was
Yep.
like, this black dude was like, "Kill them all."
Yeah, right, man.
Oh my God.
But
Yeah.
I'm like, it's everywhere. It's all
Totally,
like,
man.
no matter what it is.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, the good whites, that's what we call them.
I like it.
The
I like
good
it.
whites.
We should call that. We should change the name of our podcast.
The good whites.
What are the good whites?
I love
Featuring
when,
Tata.
I truly love running into the good whites.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
awesome.
It truly is. And when I run into the bad ones, cause here's the thing is, when I run into like a racist person, I have a habit of being like, you know what, these motherfucking white people, da 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 da. And I've been trying to, check myself even on that, because I have so many good white friends, or I've had so many good white
Oh,
interactions.
the generalization.
The generalization.
I get
And then
you.
I think I don't want somebody to be like, these motherfucking blacks or these niggas. You know what I mean?
Right.
All the time. When they run into a person who's doing some bullshit.
Right.
You know? So I've been trying to check myself a little bit. I mean, on stage, I'm going to say what the fuck I want.
Yeah. And
But
on stage, you don't have time to be like this specific asshole.
yeah. No, I'm here to entertain and spread joy, but like as far as my daily life, I'm just realizing like, okay, there's assholes in every race.
No doubt.
It doesn't matter.
No doubt.
And you're gonna run into it. Of course, the government is the government. Society is society. There's still some unfair shit going on.
No doubt.
But the way I move, I treat people how I want to be treated. I can't control any of that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have any say
The
in any of
second,
that
the second
shit.
I accepted that, my life got a lot easier.
Exactly. Like, honestly, and it's so easy to get caught up.
Damn right. And I was caught up
In something?
well into longer than I should have been.
Let
when
me
I was
tell you
younger.
guys something really quickly. I work part-time, 3 days a week, remotely and all this stuff. And it's a cool job. And we had a conference. At this conference, we had this robot dog.
Oh.
At this conference, we had this robot dog. I had no idea that this dog was in connection to Gaza and used for military purposes.
Oh, get out.
So, I had my friends record me dancing with the dog. You know what I mean? I'm having a dance off with the robot killer dog and shit. And then I had my Driz came with me. She was my +1. The DJ was black. We all three of us you know, fucking with the dog. Like, yo, this shit's crazy. And then a protest broke out at the event for someone, you know, protesting Free Palestine and Palestine and all that stuff like that. It wrapped up quickly, and then we continued the event. Later on, 5 days later, there's an Instagram video. And they put together a reel of that protest and information protesting that robotic dog. And within that clip, they grabbed a clip of myself and my friends dancing with the fucking dog in the clip.
Wow.
So that clip started to circulate. You know, I sent it to my boss like, oh, fuck. You know, like,
boy.
You know, and somebody three people sent it to me like, Tata, is this you? And I was like, at first I was like, nah. Then I was like, yeah. That's me. I said I had no idea it was a fucking killer dog. Like, I don't, you know, in the company I work for is a journalism company. We mean no harm. We report on tech. We report on technology. So all technology was in attendance.
Yeah, and you dance with the robot. Who wouldn't want to dance with the robot?
I didn't know the fucking robot was killing children. But you know how easy.
I didn't do a background check.
You know, on the robot dog, like, you know.
Let me properly vet this.
Yeah, I'm just at the event. You know, we're all having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, it's a party with a purpose type of thing.
I've never met someone that almost got canceled.
In the company I work for, I don't even want to say it, but like we do really great things in the community.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just like, okay, this is crazy, but you know, people were commenting. They were like, look at them just fucking dancing with it. People are sick and all this. I was like, wow, it's very easy to get categorized
for real
as someone who's a terrible person.
Yeah, just from.
So I think twice before I see allegations.
I dig it.
You know, I don't want to bring up Diddy, but you know, now that we know, we know what's going on. But you know, honestly,
what happened?
What with P. Diddy? He be beating bitches. That's what happened. He be beating bitches. He been doing it for years.
You and Alan talk about topical events.
You know,
I'll be over here in my own world.
He be beating bitches. That's what he be doing. That motherfucker be beating on women.
Yeah.
Okay, and now it's out here in the open. I think he's facing some inner demons. I don't think he's 100% a bad person. I think he just has some inner demons that he's facing. You know, and it the reason I say he's not 100% bad person is because my father was abusive towards the women in his life, but he was a sweetheart to me, which is it gets straight. Oh God, as a child, that's very confusing for to watch somebody slap your mom and then come hug and kiss you up.
It never came at you like that.
And never ever.
Amazing.
Oh no, like I was a little princess.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very confusing, but you get to see their heart in a different way. But you also be like, wow, you're kind of shitty.
Right.
You know, especially when you reach adulthood, you be like, wow, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, but the way I look at it, my dad passed away and he died a slow, painful death. You know, he died a slow, you know, so I think the world is it's not our job to execute people. It's not our job to punish people.
I'm finally starting to accept that as I
you
just
know,
turned 50.
That's literally not our job. The universe is going to do its thing.
I wanted to be the corrector for a long time.
Yeah,
you know
and that's
the
thing. We live in a world full of people who want to correct.
And you can't, like, even if you're running the right thing and you're coming from a pure motive and you try and do the best you can, you can't do it all. You can't even do a 1/1000th of it. You know what I mean? So what the hell are you going to do?
Yep.
You know, you got to accept that the universe or whatever you believe in is going to take care of shit.
And I love my daddy. I truly do. He died a little young and he died a slow, painful death. And I think that's what he got. He got what he deserved because of what he did with his time here on earth. He also caused a lot of pain to women.
Right on.
You know, he loved his children, but he caused pain to women. And you're not going to get blessed that way.
No doubt.
You know, and that's how I look at it. So I'm able to sit with that.
Yes.
You know, and I'm able to be like, you know, I had my great experience with him. I love him. I come from him, you know, but, you know, he got the cards he dealt.
Right. And life is gray, man.
Exactly.
There is no like, ding, ding, this is 100% the right answer every damn time.
Yeah.
You know
So I have no desire to really bash Diddy or sit there and stomp him down harder and you know, no, I don't. I just, you know, pray for him and the victims.
But can we talk about R. Kelly?
Now, R. Kelly was pissing on bitches. You know, to piss on the motherfucker, you gotta be something fucked up. You know?
That wasn't shitty, that was piss.
You know? He was a pissy person. You know? But no, even with R. Kelly, he was fucking touched as a child and shit. Like, he got his demons.
There's always some kind
it's so
of thing
layered.
behind the thing.
It's so layered.
Yep.
You know, and I'm a person who is a big why. is this person like this?
Yeah, I dig that.
I'm big on that, which is weird. And I don't want to, piss women off or whatever. But, as far as like everybody getting charged with rape and inappropriate behavior and all that stuff like that, it is time to sit back and take a second. No woman deserves abuse. No woman deserves to be hit. No woman deserves any of that shit. However, we have to also take accountability in some situations that we put ourselves in and some of the shit that we deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody needs to act right, not just men.
Yes. Right.
Everybody needs to act right.
I'm so with you, man. That's a great perspective.
Everybody. Men definitely need to act right. You want to be our leaders and shit, but women, we gotta act right too.
Yeah.
We gotta take a little accountability in some situations.
Sure.
Some.
I was going to say, a comic said one time to me that comedy comes from either too many hugs or not enough.
Yeah, right.
Sounds like you fell in a little bit in between.
Yes, I
did.
did.
Even though you got the hugs, you saw it was coming from not a good place.
Exactly. Both my parents fucked up their lives.
And you mentioned your mom's difficulties.
Yeah. So
and besides being late, you turned out all right.
Right. Real shit. I did. Both my parents fucked up their lives, but they instilled the first 12 years of a child's life are the most important because that's where you get to instill the principles.
Yep.
And then impressionable years.
Yeah, exactly. Like I learned treat the CEO and the janitor with the same respect.
I
was taught that. That was a big one. My mom always said that treat people how you want to be treated, no matter what color they are. She was big on that.
Love that.
She was big on that. We was in the middle of the hood. She was like, I don't care what color they are. You treat people with respect.
Well, that's
treat
good.
people how you want to be treated.
I learned the same thing from my white mom.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's how we all connect.
Exactly.
The good people.
Now is that why you have two cell phones? Is that everybody from the hood and then Soul Joel and everyone else?
It's my white phone and my black phone. The niggas can call this one.
Alan, hit her up. See which number you get. We can compare notes later.
Yes.
Like a black guy at shows,
Exactly,
so I might be on the right phone.
Yes.
Even though my mom.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, man. Even though my mom, she started smoking that bullshit. Yo, crack is crazy. I can't believe they still selling that shit.
Dude.
Like, who the fuck still selling crack?
Yeah, for real.
She slowed down, though, because her kneecaps is fucked up. But, like, she can't hit the streets like she used to. I was like, yeah, bitch, you getting old now. You did 23, 24 years of smoking crack, And,
that'll put the wear and tear on the body.
Damn.
Exactly. My mom and dad, my dad was a big-time drug dealer who came to America at 18 years old from Jamaica.
From Jamaica? Okay, right on.
Yeah, he grew up, but he came here and sold weed. He didn't sell crack.
From Jamaica?
But in the 90s.
Our dads have something in common.
Yes.
My dad grew it his own.
But you gotta look at it. You gotta look at America because now we can walk into a store and buy it. And in the 90s, the feds chased my dad down.
Oh, it was criminal
like
shit.
He was the worst person ever for selling weed.
I was chased down for it too.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
So my dad was like a person who ran blocks.
Yeah, we were coming off Nancy Reagan. Just saying, no, man, it was a bad time for casual drug users.
Yeah. So exactly.
Like this guy right here.
Exactly. And it was like it took you guys way too long to legalize weed.
Way too long.
Way too long. So many people are in jail for the weed that or were or still may be.
A lot of it's been corrected, thank goodness, but a lot of
it's just
some lingering.
It's fucked up. And it's crazy because as soon as white people put their stamp on it and the government came in, which the government is white. You guys aren't the government, but the government is white.
For sure.
So as soon as they put their stamp on it, you guys are innocent bystander whites.
We're peons like everybody.
Like they're like, damn, I know the government white, but I'm still going through the bullshit too. Like,
Totally.
So like that's why I feel you guys are regular whites.
1776 Philadelphia whites.
Okay.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So like that honestly, it needs to be the government versus the people. Fuck race.
Exactly.
At this point,
exactly. I'm so with you.
It's the government versus the people at this point, because what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I'm telling you, they are
the more homeless white people I see, I'm like, God damn it, what happened to you?
Yeah.
And there's plenty of real race shit out there.
Yeah,
Plenty.
absolutely.
Plenty. But I'm telling you, the
Go
government
deep down in
will-
Mississippi or some shit.
I guarantee you, the government through the media stirs that shit up on purpose to keep people distracted from the real shit that we could be dealing
Yes,
with.
the
if
government
we just
is
all
crazy.
got along.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly. That's what comedians exist because we kind of bring
Yes.
us all together.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, for
absolutely.
real. That's a no joke.
Yep,
I mean, oddly enough,
exactly.
I'm a comedian.
But yeah, having a drug dealing dad. My mom was, young girl walking around the city in Camden. My mom is hilarious. Her dream was to become a comedic actress.
No
You're from the
kidding.
856?
Yep, I'm from the 856. I grew up always doing everything in Philly. So
Okay.
Philly culture has been a part of my life for years. Camden is adjacent to Philly. So
I know where it is.
Oh, yeah.
it's just kind of like, I'm a Philly girl at the same
Right
time
on.
too. I'm a Camden
Right on.
girl, I'm a Philly girl, I'm a Jersey girl.
Was your mom American?
Yes, my mom was American. Now, here's the twist to that. My mother, her grandmother is white,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Irish. So my mother's side
That's
of the family,
white.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's white. That's very white.
I'm gonna show you guys something. Probably, I don't know if I have time to pull it up on the pod, but I have a cousin.
This is a video pod as well, so
Yeah.
be careful.
Yeah.
Ta-ta.
I got some white family members. I have a cousin
love
named
it.
Kristen Smith, and she looks like one of them ladies downstairs.
Love it.
We're around the same age. We used to play together when we were little. We're cousins.
wow.
Her
awesome.
dad is my mom's uncle. Her dad is my grandmother's brother.
Okay.
And so my mom's side of the family, they're white and black.
Okay.
Over there. So it's more fair skinned over there.
Right on.
I'm just not as close to them.
Okay.
I remember being a little girl running around with little white children.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, they're your cousins. I'm like, for real? Like, you know what I mean?
It's so funny, man.
And we were the cousins from the hood visiting them
Yeah.
in the suburbs.
You like
know?
Kool-Aid? I like
Kool-Aid,
Kool-Aid.
You get scared off by all the mayonnaise?
Right. And it's funny, she recently hit me back up on Facebook. She recently reached out because I reached out to her years ago, like, hey, I'm your cousin. I don't know if you remember, we were running around as kids as little, when we were little. And she recently hit me up like 5 years later. She's like, oh my God, I'm so late. I don't know, bitch, you see I'm getting famous. But like, now I don't know if she does. I don't know, but like
She's
she
one of the
recently,
whites on your side.
Right. But she recently hit me up, and I thought it was cool. I was like, wow.
It's really cool.
Because we were cool as kids.
I love that, man.
And it's just funny because she's a white girl.
Yeah.
But that's my fucking cousin.
Isn't that a trip?
Isn't that like psychologically?
Yeah.
She's a quarter black,
Okay.
if that makes sense. So
Does it-
she has
Can you see it at all?
not really. She
Okay.
looks like a white girl straight up.
Right on.
She does. She looks like a white girl straight up. She has a little bit of black features. She's thicker.
Okay.
Like a little thicker.
Yep.
At
least she got some of the good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, she got a little ass on her. You know what I mean? She a little thick. You know?
Doesn't need a phone book to drive.
Yeah, from the pictures I've saw, she's a little thicker. And it's small black features, but totally like a white girl.
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
That's really
And
interesting.
I was like, wow, like science and genetics is crazy.
yeah,
crazy.
no doubt, man.
Insane. You
No
would
doubt.
never think. I'll be walking with this girl and I'm like, this is my fucking cousin.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
But it's true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you guys a picture.
I love it. I want to see it. I can't wait.
Yep. But yeah, my life is pretty cool. That's why I get to like relate to all audiences. Mm-hmm.
It's so cool to watch you. I mean, okay, let me tell you this. You know my mom.
Yeah.
You know how few people my mom likes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now my mom comes to all kinds of shows because she'd rather be here than home by herself. Okay.
Yeah.
But she does not like every comedian she sees.
Yep.
All right.
White women are older. I won't say younger.
She's
The younger ones are
75.
easy.
Yeah.
Older white women, the way they draw to me, I don't know what to do with it.
It's so funny.
Dude,
I don't
Because
know what to do with it.
There's been shows where on the way home, he goes, how did you join the show? She'll go, Alan, I liked watching you laugh. Like
That's
she
her go-to
won't-
response.
She won't say negative. She won't
Yeah.
say, I didn't like the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
She'll be like, I enjoyed watching you laugh.
Yeah.
You're like, that's
Aw.
one of the guys, Fanoa.
Blessings to your mother,
Like
too.
Fanoia. Yeah.
75, that's beautiful.
Dude, she's awesome, and it's so cool. Like
That's so beautiful.
COVID and Joel, my mom and I went to maybe 2 or 3 shows together our entire lives. Music,
Prior
comedy,
to the
everything
pandemic.
combined. Pandemic happens, we've been to hundreds of shows together now. It's really
Wow.
cool. So, Fanoia was here
Yeah.
with the Impractical Jokers thing that one
Yeah.
time, and I was talking to him after the show. We were having a good time. We were bonding over this band we both like. My mom walks up and he goes, "Hey, what'd you think of the show?" My mom takes a step back and goes, "Well, how did you think it went?" Fanoia turned into a 12-year-old kid. You know what I mean? It was so. I
that's
watched her.
fun.
Oh man, and she's done that to me after my own show, so I knew it was coming. But point is, you walked up on stage, and she instantly dislikes every good-looking woman that ever walks up on stage. Okay, she freely admits it and laughs at herself about it, but she still can't help it. You know what I mean?
When you old, you don't give a fuck.
Yep. No, she don't care.
Yeah, I can't wait to get there. I mean, I can wait, but I'm just saying, when I get there, I'm gonna be
It is really something to look forward to, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Not really giving a fuck.
In public, you know what I mean? All
not
that
giving a
fun
fuck. You
stuff.
60, 70. You're like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah. What do I care? Yeah, man. What are you gonna do to me that hasn't been done already?
It's over. Who cares?
But dude, she turned to me after you walked up on stage that first time, and it was short. It was like, you know, it was like either a host or a feature. You know what I mean? She turned to me and she goes, "Oh, I like her." I couldn't believe it. And then she told me later, you know, she's like, "Oh, I hated her when she walked up." So you won her over real quick, and my mom's not an easy one to win over.
That's what's up. I get the old white ladies. I do. I don't know what it is with old white women.
You and Barry
me,
Manilow.
You know, oh man, that shit is so funny. Man, that's cool. I guess we talk about race a whole lot and all that shit, but I'm a people's person, and I'm just respectful. I'm kind. I'm fucking kind, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, be kind. Be
radiates
fucking
off of you.
kind. Be kind.
Before I ever even talked to you, you could tell.
What the fuck? Be kind. That's literally the secret.
Yeah,
if anybody wants to know, be kind.
Yeah.
Be kind. Talk your shit, but be kind.
Yeah.
You know, you don't prejudge people.
Yes.
Before you talk to them, before you have an interaction with them.
Yes.
And all that. I don't do that.
Yeah, don't.
Because I don't want someone to do that to me.
Same.
Right.
You know, you wouldn't even know that I'm a college degree, worked in corporate America and all that stuff like that. You wouldn't know that about me.
Yeah,
I'm 33 years
right?
old. Yep, I'm 33 years old. I could have had a totally different life. I decided to tell jokes, you know. But honestly, I did well for myself overall.
Yeah.
I pushed through my adversity and the cards I was dealt.
Damn right.
You know, so it's just kind of like, you know, it's up to you, man. It's up to you. And just be kind. Yo, kindness gets you. So you get more bees with honey.
Yes.
That's my shit.
Yeah.
You get way more bees with honey. Even when I'm wrong, I come to people and I humble myself. I correct myself.
Yes.
I apologize. I talk to people. I let them know what's going on. Sometimes I give too much information. Like, listen, I know I'm late, but the bitch was on her period. Like, you know what I mean?
Bad timing on Alan's
part. I had cramps. You know, like, man, I laid in bed all day, rolled over. I was like, damn, you got to get to a show. Like, you know, I'm being so honest with you. I'm going to work on it. I'm working on myself.
Yeah.
You know, I keep it real with people.
Yeah. It was a car fire.
Yeah. You know, she probably had cramps. You know,
something was going on in the undercarriage. That's for sure.
Honestly, I do. I try to keep it real. I try to keep it real. And I had opportunities like, no, we're not gonna do that because she's this. That's what really prompted me to be like, okay, no, work on your fucking self. You know, so
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You came to a lot of really good life conclusions in a young age, man.
Yeah, man. I have to. That's a survival.
Most of this gray was here before I came to most of those conclusions.
It's a survival. You got to survive out here, man.
Yeah,
Shit's getting crazy. And it doesn't matter because it's the rich versus the poor.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, and it's the government versus the people.
Those are the two real things.
That's what it is. Because even if you got a couple dollars, like Soul Joel here, you know,
she's gonna get our YouTube shut down. Talking about your conspiracy theories over here.
Even if you got, it's him versus the government.
Oh man, trust me.
You know, like,
well,
they probably gonna hit him with a new policy or something he got to have here or some fire hazard or some shit. He's like, what the fuck? You know?
I'll give you an example.
Here we go.
I've heard people complain about taxes, but it wasn't until taking over this building that I fully understand. Last year, the school taxes, not any other taxes, sale taxes, property taxes, the school taxes, $42,000 a year. And it comes in the other mail. Like, it comes in with all, like, I'm saying not the other mail. Like the regular mail.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about it. So it was a complete surprise. Not like, oh, this is Verizon. Oh, this is the electricity bill.
Yep.
All that. This $42,000, and they're like, and you have to pay it within 3 months.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, well, I'm screwed.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
it's wild.
Let's start booking some.
Yeah,
two more Friends murder shows. Let's go.
It's just crazy. I'm like, when does it end? I'm like, this is insane.
Taxes are insane, and it's crazy because we don't know exactly where the money goes.
Oh, not even close.
We have no idea. Where they say, oh, it goes to your streets and your city workers and your. I think they should send people a breakdown.
Yes.
Of where that shit is going.
Yeah.
I like it.
It'll make me feel better.
Yeah.
You know, just a little breakdown. You know, like your little $5 went over here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Your little 20,000 went here. Whatever.
You fixed that
Yes.
422 pothole.
Yes, I want to know what my shit fixed. I feel a little. Yes, that's pretty.
Totally,
that's funny as
man.
fuck.
Totally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You knew exactly.
Right.
You'd be like,
feel a little better, yeah.
Yeah, I
remember when
drive over there all the time.
Yeah.
I remember when an article came out in the paper when I was in like early high school, late middle school, and they were talking about how this something got leaked from the Pentagon purchases, okay, and how they spent at the time, this is like 1984 or something, and they spent $400 on a hammer and like $1,100 on a toilet seat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And people were you know what I mean? People were
Oh my
because it was
God.
actually you so rarely see any actual expenses from the government.
Right.
There it was in black and white for once, and it was outrageous. You know
Oh
what I
my
mean? Yeah.
goodness.
And that's just that was just a drop in the bucket.
Yep.
You know.
And you know the people of the government got to get paid. That's where it's really going.
Oh, for sure. For
That's
sure.
where it's truly
Why do you
going.
think they're never going to vote term limits in?
Oh man, let's not even get on the election. Honestly, this
Oh,
whole
boy.
thing, honestly, it's a comedy show.
Yeah. See,
It's
that's how I look
stand
at it.
up. I look at it now. I was like, oh, this is stand up.
That's how I look at it.
It's
At
an
this
old
point-
or old school wrestling.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yo,
that's good, too.
literally,
That's
old
good,
school
too.
wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody's a little faster than the other one, though. You know, Joe's coming in there like,
yeah.
oh, got him. You know,
Yeah.
by the time he lands a punch, bitch, the show is over. It's damn poor Joe.
Just a couple
He
of guys
seems like
that
he was handsome back in the day. Joe looked good back in the day.
just a couple of guys that don't want to retire.
Yeah, man. It's just like I'm like, yo, just hang it up. What the fuck? You guys have money, you're chilling.
They're so old.
Go vacation, go golf. You know.
So
Yeah.
old.
How do you guys feel? Do you guys think someone in their 30s could run our country?
Well, so the minimum's 35.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I just think like you have to see.
You battle with
like,
that one.
See
Yeah.
the world a little. Like you have to like have more experience.
I think there are
And-
certain individuals that could. Will those individuals ever get in front of us as candidates? Probably not.
Right, like me.
Yeah.
I could be president. It's like, nah.
You got my vote, Tata. You run tomorrow.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Honestly, at this point, everybody can run.
Yeah,
Shit.
man.
But
I
no,
think that they say like basically you want to be a decade and a half away from your last keg stand.
yeah, nah, I couldn't run the country. I still drink too much.
Perfect.
I still have my days. They be like, we're going to war, bitch. I'll take a shot. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, guess we're going to war. Like, you know, I'm not equipped. I'm not there.
Now,
so awesome.
I haven't seen this, but someone, a comic either talked about this or told me off stage that President Biden is now reading the things he's not supposed to read on the teleprompter. Pause.
Oh.
You're like, Joe, that's where you're supposed to pause. Like he's now reading it. Yeah. Like, wait for them
Poor
to
Joe.
laugh.
And I
You know?
feel like he's such a nice old man. Like I feel like he's just a nice man, and
Yeah.
he's just in here like, oh, what I
Yeah.
gotta do,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
Oh man,
He was just their chosen puppet. You know what I mean?
yeah. And that's what it turned out to be for me, because at the end of the day, we need it's Congress.
Mm-hmm.
It's Congress. Did you see the battle between the white and the black girl? The black
In
one-
Congress?
Did you see the bleach blonde bad built body comment and the fake eyelashes?
No.
Oh my god! I felt like I was in a high school bathroom and bitches were brawling off. Like it
love
was
it.
just crazy.
It was two congresswomen or something?
Two congresswomen, one black, one white, and they both were, going back. It was such a girl thing, man.
that's
They
awesome.
were like doing the insult things, and it was
It's just like,
entertaining.
wow, Congress was in session, or was it
Yeah,
like on
this-
Twitter or something?
This while Congress was in session.
Wow.
The white lady said something about her fake eyelashes, and the black woman was like, "Oh yeah," she said, "Baby girl." And she,
Baby girl?
she baby girl. and then they're speaking.
Did she pull off her
The
earrings?
thing is, they're speaking like properly while doing this, so it's so hilarious. It's
that's
so
great.
funny. And she was just like, "You bleach blonde, bad built, butch body," like that. Like it was just like it was. I was like, "Wow, I feel like it's about to be a fight. Like this is crazy." And I couldn't believe. I was like, "Oh, this is Congress,
Dude, you know
or these are the elected." I don't know. I don't follow politics all crazy, so correct me if I'm wrong. But it was people who make decisions. And
Yeah,
shit.
for sure.
You know?
You should. Do you know what you know?
The men were confused. That was the funniest part.
Do you know what Mystery Science Theater 3000 is?
No.
Okay, it's this old show where these comics would just watch old crappy science fiction movies and
Okay.
just talk the whole way through and make fun of it and
Yeah.
do jokes, right? you need to do that with your girl on your pod with that clip.
Okay. Yep. That would be good. That would be good. Yes.
I'd get your Patreon to watch you do that.
Oh, that would be good. Us talking shit about clips for the Patreon. Thank you.
You're welcome.
See why you need good whites? Always giving ideas and shit. You know what I mean? He said he gonna pay for and that's the thing. Y'all know, man. Listen, I ain't even gonna say no more.
But bring them out.
I ain't even gonna say no more.
Check out Tata. Follow her on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to her pod.
Yes. Girls Got Giggles podcast available on all platforms. But please subscribe to our YouTube. We're pushing that more and more right now. So check it out. And look for me on everything. TataSharice.com.